Hello everyone. Welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thursday, April 11, 2024. Today on General Hospital, Anna attempts to obtain information from Valentin about Pikeman. Nina discovers Carly in John's room, and Alexis learns some wonderful news. In today's General Hospital, Alexis is taken aback that Nina is furious with her precious gossip slinger DeWitt. She informs Nina that she hired DeWitt to piss her off. Everything was fine before you got here, Alexis says. However, Nina claims that since hiring a gossip writer, her readership has increased. What if I just quit? Alexis asks. Nina shows her where the door is. She simply believes the invader would benefit from DeWitt's experience. Alexis does not want it to be converted back into a tabloid. DeWitt stays? Nina responds. End of discussion. She marches out as Molly enters. When Alexis asks for positive news, Molly responds that the invader referenced an anonymous source on the Heather Weber story, and everyone in the DA's office believes it's her. They both know it wasn't, and she wants Alexis' help convincing them that she didn't break confidentiality by informing them who the source was. Alexis is unable to do so and uses her legal expertise to defend herself against Molly's attempts to intimidate her. She smiles and inquires whether Molly would like to lock me up until I crack. Molly gives up, and as she prepares to leave, she notices an envelope that a messenger has just dropped down. It is from the Supreme Court of New York. Alexis is too nervous to open it to see how her appeal to remain disbarred went, so Molly tears it open. Carly awakens in John's room and looks over at the battered and bloodied agent, who is still sleeping on the couch. He wakes up and admits to being sore and fatigued, especially since Carly has been waking him up every couple of hours to monitor his concussion symptoms. They had a light-hearted disagreement about her nursing. Really, Carly replies, smiling. You're going to argue with me this early in the morning. A little while later, Carly is on the phone, demanding to know where the breakfast is, as John exits the shower, moaning that the water was never warm enough. Carly is prepared to throw a fit when she learns the food was left outside the door. This hotel has definitely gone downhill. She yanks open the door just as Nina passes by, revealing the two of them, John dressed in a towel. They argue over the motel while Nina teases her about sleeping with John. What will Sonny think? Or Jason? And poor Drew, forever the runner-up in the twin department. Carly tells Nina to stop worrying about her personal life and focus on running the hotel instead. Nina brushes away, and Carly carries the food in, grumbling to herself. Carly apologizes for the eggs and explains that if she were still operating the motel, this would not have happened. She enjoyed making others feel happy, comfortable, and special. Bobby's is fantastic. However, it is only a restaurant, whereas the hotel included everything. She adored it. John wonders if she'll do it again, but Carly dismisses it as a pipe dream. Metro Court belongs to someone else. Meanwhile, Brooke Lynn is pacing back and forth at home, worried about the wedding and damaging Leela's dress, while Lois tries to soothe her. They will not ruin it, she promises, and if Brooke Lynn does not like it, they will fix it. There is nothing more important than your happiness on your wedding day. Just then, the modifications are completed, and the dress is revealed for Brooke Lynn to see, but not us. She tries it on off-screen, and the two re-enter to admire how beautiful the bridal dress is. You get to have a piece of Leela while still being who you are. Lois is ecstatic for Brooke Lynn, Chase, and everyone. But when Lois enters in her own muted dress and white blazer, Brooke Lynn is astonished. You hate it. No, that's fine. It really isn't Lois' style. Lois says she didn't want to look like she was going out clubbing, and was thinking about wearing clear nails. She prefers to be subtle, but Brooke Lynn advises her to wear whatever makes her feel like you. Lois returns to Sandrine, relieved, but Chase arrives just in time. He ordered a honeymoon dress, which we can see. Brooke Lynn adores it, but wonders if the long sleeves might be too warm for Palm Beach. We're not going to Palm Beach. He hopes she will remember the vacation for the rest of their lives. She deserved everything. So they're heading to Florence. No. You are kidding. Italy? Happy doesn't even begin to cover it. Jace lies on the couch clutching a glass of champagne and looks up with an annoyed grimace at Brooklyn. An amazed Drew, meantime, greets Curtis as he enters his office. Walking so soon after surgery. That's the next level. Just as Curtis wonders what he's doing there, Michael enters, and Curtis admits it's comforting to know Jason didn't put him in the wheelchair. Curtis inquires once more as to why they are there, following some pleasantries. Drew has been doing research, and the wellness and fitness industry is thriving. Michael also read the report. Sure, now is an excellent time for Aurora to diversify. It makes sense to enter an expanding market. That is where Curtis comes in, Drew explains. They need someone from the fitness business to lead the initiative, like Curtis. They ask what he would do to bring Aurora into the business, and he says he would buy up various little gyms across the country and rebrand them as a high-end fitness club. Nina interrupts him as he speaks. TJ takes Marshall to the park and offers him some coffee and egg sandwiches. Marshall is grateful, but he isn't sure why TJ isn't spending his morning off with Molly. TJ imagines Molly coming up with an excuse to avoid him or discussing their concerns. That does not sound like Molly, Marshall says. TJ then discusses how he thought Christina being the surrogate was a horrible idea from the start. He should have expressed his thoughts before things escalated, but TJ was unable to do so. He wanted Molly to have the closest thing to having her own baby. Marshall asks Molly if she is aware of his concerns about Christina. Yes, TJ acknowledges. Molly has her own anxieties, which makes it difficult when he tells her about his. Which are what? Marshall asks. TJ doesn't think Christina is taking care of herself, especially if she's hanging out with her father, who is getting shot on a regular. Instead of discussing it, they avoid the subject and grow apart. And Christina dismisses TJ's concern as exaggerating. I sound ungrateful, don't I? No, Marshall replies, you sound human. Marshall advises him that it is in male nature to go for the big fix. Sometimes he can simply let things air and settle. Take a step back and focus on the larger picture. What matters most is his bond with Molly. Anna and Valentin meet for brunch at Anna's request. She seeks his assistance with a case, but when she mentions it is for Pikeman, Valentin only stares at her. She describes how Kuhn ambushed her and Dante at the docks. Who? Valentin casually inquires. Worked for Pikeman. Anna responds quickly, then marvels at how everything leads back to that one ultra-secret institution run by a ghost. Anna requests information from Valentin about the subject, but he says he was only a glorified messenger last summer. He knew nothing more than that. Och, maybe I'll pick your brain on something else. Or someone. Jack Brennan. Valentin plays clueless, and Anna tells him she's gone to visit Brennan, wondering whether Valentin has done the same. Valentin replies, no, of course not. They were never that close. However, Anna remembers things very differently. They were tight and constantly fed off each other. You were just pushing each other to be better and smarter. Valentin insists that she remembers someone else. Molly marvels at Alex's hearing near the end of the show. Not just that, they're giving you hope. The two embrace, and Alexis bounces up and down with delight. Marshall advises TJ to look for excuses to spend time with Molly and to cherish the moments when they are alone together. Stop wringing his hands over Christina and become Molly's partner before they become parents. Chase serves mimosas for himself and Brooklyn. She's still in shock from Florence and begins talking about seeing Pisa and Verona, as well as the restaurants and gelato. Then she wonders how much this will cost. Chase sold his truck to get the money for it. Anna dismisses Valentin and Brennan's friendship, but inquires whether he had the impression that he was involved with Pikeman throughout his interactions with him. Valentin has nothing for her. Oak, she shrugs. It was worth trying. Maybe when I return to meet him again. Valentin blurts out, "Don't. Pikeman and Brennan are too hazardous to deal with." She thanks him for breakfast before leaving. As Carly leaves, John thanks her for saving him and keeping an eye on him. It was good to be friends, even if it was just for a minute. Carly asks, "Just for a minute?" and understands John can't really have pals while working. Back in Drew's office, he tries to get Nina to leave, but she excitedly tells everyone that Carly is sleeping with Kate's. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.